Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be continuing my wardrobe building block series where I show you how you can practically build your wardrobe so that it is functional and you can spend less time, energy, and money on your wardrobe. Now, if you want to watch this process from the beginning, I will have a playlist linked right up here so that you can start from the top. If you are new, welcome. My name is Emma and you can think of me as your own personal stylist. I'm here to help you discover your own personal style and create a wardrobe that works for you. So if you need a little help with your style or wardrobe, or you just love fashion, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post my latest video. So today's video is all about building your basic wardrobe. Now, basics seem very simple. You can go on YouTube or Pinterest or just Google and you're gonna get a bunch of people who are all giving you their opinion on what your basic wardrobe should be and how many basics you should have. Now, my philosophy is that there is no formula. Someone else can't tell you what basics you need for your wardrobe because your preferences, your style, your needs, they're all different. So I'm going to show you how you can figure out your basic wardrobe for yourself. I find that people tend to go two ways. You only buy basics and then you end up with a lot of pieces that all serve the same purpose, they all look alike, and because of that you feel like you're wearing the same thing every single day. Or you don't buy any basics and then you end up with too many colors, patterns, or style pieces, and then you feel like you can't really put outfits together and you get overwhelmed by your wardrobe. So in the last two videos, we talked about how you can create your color palette and how you can figure out your style uniform. So today I'm going to show you how to combine these two ideas so that you can build your basic wardrobe. So the first thing that you want to do is think about the categories that clothing falls into. Now, I like to break it up into jeans, bottoms, basic tops, shirts and blouses, sweaters, dresses and skirts, and outerwear. So essentially, you want to fill these categories with pieces that fit your color palette and your style uniform. You might fill a little bit of everything, or you might only need to fill a few of the categories. It all just depends on what you like to wear and what your style uniform is. So I will use my wardrobe for an example. Now, I talked about this last time, but my style uniform is a casual, non-skinny bottom and a simple knit top. So I definitely want to make sure that I fill the jeans, bottoms, and basic tops category. Now, when it comes to things like outerwear and dresses and skirts, those are pieces that I just don't wear often, and I might have a few here and there, but it's gonna be something that's going to be a style piece and not necessarily a uniform piece, and so it doesn't really need to be a basic. So I don't really need to fill that category. So for me, I wanna make sure that I have some good blue jeans in some different styles, things like a straight leg and a wide leg. I also wanna make sure that I have some bottoms, casual bottoms, maybe like a linen pair of pants or some linen shorts. And then I wanna make sure that I have some good basic tees and other simple tops. And I wanna make sure that I have my neutral colors covered. So things like my blue denim, black and white. And then from there, I can always add in some of my other soft color tones. To remind you what my color palette is, I will have that right here. You'll notice that I don't have a lot of color. I tend to do neutrals and soft colors and then just kind of one fun pop of color. So for me, most of my color palette is neutrals just because that's the style that I like. For you, you might have a little bit more color. If you have things like olive or burgundy, whatever it is, if you haven't figured out your color palette, I will have the video up here so that you can go and figure that out. So essentially, that's really all building your basic wardrobe is. Now, you can stop here, but what I find tends to happen is that you can buy too much of something and not enough of something else. So for me, I love blue jeans. And when I go into a store or I'm online shopping, I am immediately drawn to blue jeans. I would have 30 different pairs of wide leg and straight leg and different colors if I could. But then what I have a tendency to do is not buy tops. And so I end up with all of these jeans and no tops. And so I don't really have a good variety of basics in my wardrobe. It's kind of like going to the grocery store without a shopping list. You can buy too much of some things and then food gets wasted or you miss some stuff. And it's kind of like that with your basic wardrobe. I want to make sure that you buy the right pieces so that you can stop over shopping and buying pieces that you don't need or not buying pieces that are going to help really give you a functional wardrobe. So what I like to do is take this one step further and plan my basic wardrobe. Now, there are numerous ways that you can do this, but I'm just gonna share with you my process and you can take what you will from that and hopefully it will help you. So no surprise, I like to use Pinterest because I'm such a visual person and it really helps me to be able to physically see the types of pieces that I'm gonna wanna add to my wardrobe. So the first thing that I do is I look for inspirational images on Pinterest. Now I wanna make sure that the images that I'm looking at for this are pieces that fit into my style uniform. So I can specifically search for outfits that fit into my style uniform, like wide leg jeans and a t-shirt, or I can search a style that I like and just visually pick out the outfits that are gonna fit into my style uniform. So by doing this, I'm gonna get outfits that still fit into my style uniform, but I'm gonna get a good variety so it's not the same outfit over and over and over again. So once I have a good variety of outfits, I wanna take a look at each outfit individually and think about what pieces make up that outfit. And from there, that's gonna help me start creating my list for my basic wardrobe. So this can just be a really simple list on a piece of paper or on your phone with just listed items of things that you want, like a white tee, straight leg pair of jeans, a white blouse, whatever that looks like for you. But what I like to do, because I'm a very visual person, is I like to create a separate Pinterest board. I call that like my spring and summer capsule, my fall and winter capsule. And what I will do is I will online shop and look for pieces that are similar, and I will put actual items that I can purchase into that board, and it just gives me a really good visual of what my wardrobe will look like. So when I find a piece from one of my outfit inspirations that I love and I know I want to add to my basic wardrobe, what I will do is I will go to some online stores and I will try to find that piece. So if I'm looking for a white rib tank, I will go to some different online stores that I love and I will try to find a good example. And then I add that to my capsule wardrobe board. Now, I'm not necessarily going to purchase that exact item. It might be something that I already have in my wardrobe, or it might be something that I'm just gonna keep an eye out when I'm going thrifting or as I'm doing online shopping. But it's just gonna give me a good visualization of what I need. Because while inspirational images are great and having a list is great, I find that this is the perfect combination so that I can visualize how my wardrobe is gonna look as a whole. So let's just take a look at my Pinterest board and I'll give you an example of how I do this just so that it's a little bit clearer for you. So going into my spring and summer style inspiration board, I'm gonna scroll through and I have just a few different outfits here that all kind of fit into my style uniform. So looking at this first one, if you pull up, so this is something that definitely fits into my style uniform. It's a pair of straight leg jeans, white sneakers, a white tee, and a fun little bag. So the first thing I wanna do is just break up what this outfit is. So I have a straight leg pair of jeans, a white tee, and some white sneakers. So something that I can add to my list is going to be a straight leg pair of jeans and a white tee. So this is a really nice, simple example, but this is kind of how I start making my list. So then I move on. And let's kind of come down to this one, right? So this one's a little bit trickier because there's a little bit more style to it, but it's a flared or a wide leg pair of jeans and a black and white striped tee. So those are also things that still fit into my style uniform, but it's gonna add some variation, right? Doing a wide leg pant and doing a striped tee instead of a solid. So that's also something that I can add to my list. So to do something a little bit different, to give you kind of an example here, we have this one. So this is a black pair of culottes or like a linen pant and then a white ribbed tank. This is something that also fits into my style uniform. It's a casual, non-skinny bottom and a simple knit top. It also fits into my color palette. And so those are pieces that would definitely work as basics for me. And so that's something I can add to my list as well. A pair of black linen culottes and a white rib knit tank. So as I scroll through my Pinterest inspiration board, there's all kinds of images, and some of them are a little outside of my uniform because I have some like dresses and things like that, which is something that I will totally probably have in my wardrobe. It's just not necessarily a basic that I need to worry about at the moment. So make sure that you are focusing on outfits that fit in your style uniform. We will get to the other styles and all those fun pieces later. We just want to make sure that you build a really good functional foundation for your wardrobe. So here's an example of my basic wardrobe that I have created. Now some of these pieces I already have, some of them are pieces that I still need, but it's a really good visualization of kind of what I want my basic wardrobe to look like, and it kind of gives you an idea of how you should kind of piece yours together. So the reason why I like to do it this way is because sometimes it's hard to just know off the top of your head what variety of pieces that you need. This is just a really good visualization so that you can get the right pieces and a good variety so that you're not buying the same pieces over and over again. So as you're making your list, make sure that you're just keeping an eye on the categories, making sure that things are being filled and that pieces are fitting into your color palette. And then from here, you can take your list and you can check to see what pieces you already have in your wardrobe. You can mark those off if they're things that you already have, and then you have a really clear idea of what you need to add to your wardrobe. So when it comes to the number of pieces that you need in your wardrobe, this all depends on you and your preference. So for me, I like to keep my wardrobe around 30 to 36 pieces. And so I really only need about kind of 1 or 2 of each of the different categories. So I have, for example, like 1 white t-shirt, 1 black t-shirt, a white blouse, and I kind of just do 1 of each piece. And my basic wardrobe makes up about half of my capsule wardrobe. So you might do a capsule wardrobe, you might not do a capsule wardrobe. So the number of basics that you should have really just depends on you and your needs. So practically speaking, think about how often you're doing laundry. You want to make sure that you have enough pieces to get you through a week, or depending on how often you do laundry. And you also want to think about how you can create outfits in your wardrobe. So you want to make sure that you have enough basic pieces that you're going to be able to create a good variety of outfits. And that's really the whole point of this process, is to make sure that you have a really good foundation for your wardrobe and enough basic pieces that you can really create full outfits and not feel like you have too much or too little of pieces in your wardrobe. So hopefully this made some sense and you're able to take something from the tips that I gave. Again, there's so many different ways to build basics. This is just my process for doing it so that I can really be intentional and conscious about the pieces that I'm adding into my wardrobe. So often we don't even think about our basic wardrobe, but by creating a basic wardrobe, you are setting yourself up to have a really functional wardrobe. From here, you're going to be able to easily add in other styles, transition your wardrobe from season to season, and add in your personality to your wardrobe. If you have any other questions, of course, don't forget to leave those in the comments and I will be sure to answer those. I hope that this video made sense and was helpful to you. Again, everyone's wardrobe is gonna look different. I wish that I could just give you a magic formula to tell you what basics you need, but I find that the best way to have a wardrobe that you will love is to figure it out for yourself. If you have any questions on this process or something didn't make sense, let me know in the comments and I will be sure to answer those for you. If you are still struggling with this process or any of the steps that we've talked about so far, you can also join my Facebook group, and I do offer personal styling services, so I have links to both of those in the description below. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you again in the next one.